guy, you know? You know what I'm saying?
We are live on Instagram. And Alfonso Gomez here. He is back.
Instagrammy.
Against the Ropes, episode 39.
39, so 39th show.
Against the Ropes, number one.
¿Usted es el editor? Oh, qué bien.
Every side is your good side. Hey, that's what's up. These guys know, man. All right, we'll see you guys in a bit, all right? Maybe like in 20 minutes when Alfonso starts telling us
the truth.
The truth.
La verdad.
The truth.
The truth.
He doesn't plead the fifth.
I don't plead the fifth.
We'll be back against the ropes with Alfonso Gomez. All right, let's get started. Share this so they can see it. You guys ready?
Ready.
All right. Welcome back to another episode of Against the Ropes. I am Gio Garcia. I'm alongside Christian Mosqueda and Christian Rodriguez. This is episode 39.
39.
And we have a special guest. He is back. Back for more to tell us the truth.
That's a good one.
Yeah, the truth.
What do we have here today?
La verdad. We have none other than the man who's fought the big names in the sport of boxing, from Gaddy to Cotto to Canelo. Alfonso Gomez.
Alfonso Gomez is back. What's up? He's
Thank
clapping
you,
for
thank
himself,
you,
so
thank you.
we'll clap for him too.
I know, right?
Well, I gotta clap.
You gotta.
I can't do it. All right.
Oh, man.
What's
Yeah,
going
it's
on?
good. Nothing. Very good. Thank you for inviting me. So excited to be here. Like I say, came back to boxing to be a voice for boxers. And I am proud to say that I call myself an influencer. You know, a lot of people have a little like shyness about calling themselves influencers. There's like a bad stigma from it. But not me. You know, I did my thing in boxing. I am coming back to boxing because I feel fighting gives me a bigger platform to really be out there, you know. And I'm still young. I'm 38. Or wait, 39. I don't know. Some age around there. Yeah. And 1-2 years fighting gives me 4 or 5 fights, some good money, but more importantly, it gives me more exposure. So yeah, that's pretty much it. So every time you guys invite me, or every time I have an opportunity to say stuff, I say it.
Yeah.
You know. So thanks. Thank you. Thank
Nothing
you,
but the
Christian.
truth.
Thank you, Christian. Thank
Right.
you, Gio.
What's been going on since the last time you came here?
Yeah.
Nothing, just trying to build some fight, you know. I can at least easily call my manager and say, hey, can you call, blah, blah, and figure it out for me, you know, which has been done over and over and over again. I kind of wanted to take it into my own hands, not because I'm a good promoter, because I don't know shit about promotion or management, but I do know and I do feel like through the social media, through the way everything's done with the phones, I believe it's a good opportunity for boxers to be more than what they are. For example, yesterday, one of the guys texted me, or I put questions, ask me a question, you know? And people ask questions, and I try to answer them on Instagram.
At El Gomez Boxing.
El Gomez Boxing, yeah. So if you have questions about boxing or anything, remember, I tell the truth. I do not lie. I have no ties to anyone. I don't know anybody, anything. Well, yeah, I do owe people stuff, but in reality, I don't, you know what I'm saying? You can ask me anything and I'll answer them. So one of the person said, oh, here in Mexico, me dijo, aquí en México está muy mala situación, no puedo hacer dinero, blah, blah, I cannot make money. And I said, you're wrong, my friend. You know, please look at this, search these things on Google and learn them. And I gave him Amazon FBA Mexico. I gave him drop shipping eBay Mexico, and I gave him Shopify Facebook Mexico. Like, Google that and start learning. You don't need money to make money with drop shipping and a lot of stuff. I mean, people, but what the fuck is that? That are listening to me right now don't know what I'm talking about. But if you're listening and you feel like you need money to make money, you don't. In this era of social media, of internet, I'm telling you, you can easily Google Amazon FBA. You don't need money. You can start uploading your products. You can start selling. drop shipping. You don't need anything. All you need to do is create a website. I'm selling this for Title Boxing. I'm gonna mention Title Boxing because they're kind of sponsoring me.
Gave you a little package.
I need a package, you know.
That.
I didn't open box, and that's not even unboxing. You know how they do the unboxing? Yeah, I haven't posted it yet. Anyway, so you can go to titleboxing.com. Maybe they have a promotion, or you can go to the store and they have 50% off. Stock up on those things, you know, and then put them on your website and say, yeah, I'm selling this for blah blah blah. Once the person buys that on your website, it goes the money to your thing. You can go now to titleboxing.com and ship it directly to them. You know, you don't need money. You just need a little website, a little channel. Say, hey, I'm selling these gloves for $59.99, even though they're selling for $49 over here. $59.99.
I took a screenshot.
There you go.
The discount
and
code,
then that's called drop shipping, when you don't need the product with you. You know, Shopify. I mean, there's a whole bunch of stuff on the internet, and people are still trying to find some kind of solution in this world, in the outside world. But it's so hard. It's hard. I mean, everything's already taken pretty much. But the online thing is still open. It's still a little, I guess, virgin. It's a little virgin landscape.
The Wild Wild West. Still open.
There you go.
Yeah.
Just go for it. There's no rules. There's no limitations. There's no censorship. Take advantage right now. Because in a couple more years, 5 years, everything's going to be much more censored, much more overlooked.
Much more
and,
regulated.
and the government is going to realize that there's a lot of money finding people there. Like, I'm going to fine you for saying this, that you shouldn't be saying it. Or I'm going to fine you for liking a 13-year-old girl's picture and you're 25. Some stuff like that, right? There's going to be very strict. Right now there isn't, so it's a good opportunity to make a lot of money.
What are some other questions that you got from...
Shit, I don't know how I post them. Okay, so now everybody want to tell before anything, because he showed me the picture. Titleboxing.com. If you put the promotion Gomez20, you get 20% off at checkout.
It's real. Look,
It's real.
Yeah.
So Gomez20, purchase your stuff. Title Boxing is a great brand, and yeah. What else did they ask? I don't know. Porque tengo unos ojos tan bonitos. Nah, they asked me, fuck, dude, I don't know. They asked me a question, I answer them. I like to answer them directly. They asked me, lávate los dientes. I brush my teeth. I brush sometimes, like 2 times a week. I kind of brush my teeth. I started barely
2 times
with,
a week?
yeah.
Oh, good. I'll
No.
let you finish.
So yeah, there you go.
That's on a good week.
¿Puedes hablar?
so
Oye, ¿puedes
nonchalant.
hablar de ladito? Oh. Nah, twice a week I brush my teeth with activated charcoal. You know, that's supposed to like whiten them. If you do it every day, then it starts eating up your teeth. You shouldn't be doing it every day. But there's stuff like that. You know, I just try to be out there. In order for me to feel like I have to be an influencer, I have to try a whole bunch of stuff. There's not one set thing. I'm telling you, there's no rules. I can almost bet that in like 5-year time, there'll be a little course right here at the university on how to be an influencer, and they'll give you a one-on-one, how to set up your Instagram, make sure your Instagram has a proper name, that if you're a boxer, that it has boxing in it. Make sure your profile picture has an image of you boxing. Don't call yourself Johnny Pants 59 and have a picture of you and your girl, and you're a champion of the world. You know, it doesn't fucking register to
like
people.
a social media journalism class. Algo así. Yeah.
I don't know if there already exists, but I'm sure it's going to be more and more and more and more and more. Right now, it's kind of like, you know, people, I'm trying a lot of stuff, brushing my teeth with charcoal. Like, who does that? But I'm still trying to be out there more, singing in the mornings, doing memes, going here and talking to you guys. I'm just trying to be there. And the more you do it, the more videos I do, in 5 years' time, everywhere you look, I want to be doing a video. I'm going to be there. Some old videos, some new videos, some here. So it's just about consistency.
Yeah. I'm going to ask you, I'm going to rewind a little bit. What were your thoughts on the upset? Andrew Ruiz Jr. and Anthony Joshua.
Oh.
What were your initial thoughts on that?
I was very impressed. You know, I was like everybody else. Look, I don't follow boxing like you guys follow. So I do know Anthony Joshua because he's big, right? Deontay Wilder and making some big stuff. Andy Ruiz, I kind of knew him a little from Legends Boxing. And at times I've seen him in the gyms. But I didn't know nothing. I just knew that suddenly he win. I didn't even watch the fight. Suddenly it's like Andy Ruiz wins. I was like, what?
Where did you heard it when?
I think I was on Instagram,
Oh, yeah.
just doing my thing, and then I see the post of Andy Ruiz like winning. I was like, what? And then I look into it, and wow. So that was a shocker because even me that I don't follow boxing like you guys, I knew that Anthony Joshua was a big name and Andy Ruiz wasn't. So after and not only that, the pictures before, the day before, Anthony Joshua looks like a monster. And then you got
Right.
being sonriente, like, oh shit. And so in my mind, this guy's gonna beat this guy. So it was a shocker, and it's cool. Mexican heavyweight champion. You can totally tell these guys so humble, and I love that about Andy Ruiz. Unlike Canelo, I'm gonna mention Canelo because a lot of people now are comparing the both. Why is Andy Ruiz suddenly have kind of like what Canelo has been hoping all his life?
Oh, like that Mexican acceptance, that type.
Yeah, because if you think of Canelo, I'm sure everybody wants to be like Chavez, where people were on your side, not against you. I doubt there were many Mexicans against Chavez back in the day.
Yeah, no, he unified everybody.
I think everybody loved him.
Sí.
Mexicans in all the race. Now you got Canelo, who's kind of divided.
He kind of divides
right?
the
And I
fan
know,
base.
and knowing his heart, because we all wish this. We were like Chavez, like everybody with me. I wish I have that, but it's just I guess he's not born with that personality. He's not born with that energy, charisma, likability. He works hard. He's made it to the top and stuff, but still. So in his heart, I know he wishes he could have what Andy Ruiz did in one fight. Everybody's into him. I mean, tell me one Mexican that is not, que dices Andy Ruiz, dice,
Yeah.
Todos van a decir, a huevo, ¿verdad?
Right.
So, yeah, I really like him. I'm really happy for him. He went to visit the president in Mexico.
Right.
Le llamaron, ¿a Canelo le han dicho eso? No sé si ha visitado el presidente.
I'm sure he has.
I'm sure he has.
I'm sure he has,
but
pero
it hasn't been like.
Así de que es algo increíble lo que hizo Andy Ruiz y se lo merece. So I'm really happy. And obviously I'm riding that wave with my memes and stuff like that, like I'm doing everything Andy Ruiz is doing, type of thing.
Oh yeah, I asked that because I don't know if you guys saw the social media. He had an explosion of followers where he went from before the fight 60K. Now he's at over 900,000K.
Yeah.
What?
Yes.
That is beautiful.
An explosion of social media.
That's beautiful.
Because a lot of people that
900,000.
Yeah, a lot of people that don't
From
follow
60,000?
from 60,000.
60,000 in one night. He went. Let's just say from 80,000, he went to 800,000 in one night, and right now it's so close to 1 million.
Yeah,
that is
crazy.
incredible. That is
That's
beautiful.
Crazy. And
One night?
Now,
one night.
Now, if there was a Gomez maybe 2 years before that was instructing fighters how to set up their stuff, right now Andy Ruiz would have gone from 80,000 followers, I guess, if he's doing everything I'm telling you about ads and being a social influencer, and he would have gone from maybe making $3,000-4,000 a month consistently to $50,000 a month consistently.
Yeah,
and just that alone, because he blew up 1,000 or whatever percent, right? So in numbers, it should blow up the same.
Yeah.
And even more, because now people want to buy his stuff. Does he have a Shopify store called Andy Ruiz? Does he have all these things? And that is a question I ask myself, right? He should, in my mind, if he has the liberty to do it. Andy the Destroyer.
Do you talk to boxers and tell them about their own brand? Like, trying to influence them?
Well, I do tell them, one of the things is that I tell them, you have to incorporate yourself. As soon as you become a boxer, even though you're earning little money, it's okay, incorporate yourself so you can start deducting your taxes, write-offs. Don't put your number when the freaking promoter gives you that thing, your social security number. You're fucked there. Uncle Sam's going to get you.
Yeah, heck yeah.
Yeah, put it like this, but nobody tells that to people. Incorporate yourself, be a brand. Now, we have the liberty, like I said, I keep pointing to this because this is good, guys. This is good. If your mom tells you, put the phone down, nah, this is good. This is the future. Hold on tight to it. Learn all the good things about it. Yeah, I forgot that question, but I just go on.
I guess Chris was saying more like,
like, have you had the opportunity to influence boxers so far since you came back? Like, in a way, like, how you trying to do, like, social media?
That's what I'm saying. The only way to do it is just keep doing it and keep doing it and keep doing it, I believe at one point I might even set up like a little fucking conference But at first, I have to grow into that mental thing. You know, maybe the guys that follow me in the Contender, they're not going to see me like that. But I'm not worried about them. They're going to die. I care about the ones that are barely, they're 14, 15, 13 years old. They didn't even know the Contender existed. They're 15, and they're boxing, and they're scrolling up, and they see me. Hey, guys. See, they don't see me as a contender. They see me as an influencer. I care about them because they're the ones that are going to carry me, not the old guys. I mean, not that I don't care about you guys. It's just about being
in the present, right?
In the future, not even in the present. You know, I said it in the last interview. If you have a restaurant and you're into the future, like really, in your tables you have automatic those things that charge your phone automatically. You have free Wi-Fi. You probably tag us. You have a screen scrolling on all the tags that you have in on things. Like you gotta be there, right? Not be like, oh no, que todos en la mesa en el teléfono, deja el teléfono ahí, which is it's cool. People want to keep that, and there's always going to be people trying to keep the past present. There's always going to be people want to keep the past present, and there's always going to be people pushing the future. Which one are you? Are you trying to keep the past, like holding on to something that will be lost? It's inevitable. It will get lost. Or are you going to be part of the wave and just enjoy it? Be free. Enjoy it. Be happy.
Yeah. Talking about the past a little bit, I was watching a couple clips of your fights in the Contender. And we also saw the Contender, the newly one that came out like last year. And I was just noticing like the difference in quality. Obviously, there's technology is more advanced now, but for something about the Contender back when you were in it, the quality was more intense. It was more, I don't know. To me, it was something. It felt something special. One of the aspects I saw was the aspect of family. How I think your dad was like kind of like your coach.
Yeah. No, he was my coach.
He was like in the audience, but he would come and tell you what to do, right? Even though you had your
I had my little, he would run into the corner. And
then we would see your mom and some other.
Yeah, I think the difference between the Contender 1 and the other contenders, you have to realize the Contender 1 was on NBC, which is 100% family oriented network, right? So when they had to do the scripts, they want to focus on the drama of the family. They didn't focus on the fighters. Notice that.
Yeah.
From the very beginning, they didn't focus on the boxing. They didn't focus on this is champion, this guy's not champion. No boxing name, nothing. They only focused on the families.
Yeah.
You know, in the intro, saying goodbye to the families. They always had a segment for the fighters that were gonna fight that night to go see their families, spend time with their families. And at the end, when they lost, it was always like the sadness of the family. So they focused on the family so much that it touched everybody. The other contenders, they didn't follow that thing. They focused on the boxing alone. They did they incorporated the family, but it wasn't the focus. It shifted the focus. The primary focus. No, primary focus family. And you guys could feel it, like, man, you guys felt connected. You guys felt like family of us too, right? And the other one, they focused on the boxing, and that's when they lost a lot of crowd. And you know, it's important to know why. On NBC, you had to focus on family. Contender second went to ESPN. You couldn't focus on family there because the majority of the people signing up to ESPN, they're into sports. So they had to focus on the sport aspect of the show. A little inside information.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
¿Verdad?
When I was like rewatching your fight, like you still get that notion, like, oh, I'm going for Alfonso, but then they show Peter Manfredo con su daughter and his wife. You're like, oh, it like tugs their heartstrings. And
it's
stuff.
hard. It's at one point in the show when you're into all the characters, I'm sure it was hard to decide who to go for.
Yeah, but you have any good memories about that? Because I know that, like, maybe of course you told us you were just brought in just to fill the spots, but you know you beat him the first time, right?
Yeah, it was good.
And I saw when you beat the next guy, Ahmed
too
again, and we talked about this, how you beating guys are faster, right? Like, this guy was faster, but you were just
better timing, I guess.
Like, your shots were just like landing like at the not just timing, but the right shots at the right time, the right placement and stuff.
Yeah, and it's crazy because the knowledge that I have right now that you see my videos I'm training, I didn't have them before. I guess a little things were natural to me, and that's what allowed me to excel. I was never a good athletic. I did cross country. Dude, I remember this one. I'm gonna give you something. I remember this one time that I had to do a 100-yard dash, right? And it was me and two guys, and they were both very little, except in the one right next to me, he was literally like right here, chaparrito. Este me lo fuck. Y una, dos, tres, and we start running. I came last. I would do long. Yeah, I would do long distance. I would come in last. Like, I was never good. I tried basketball. I hurt my ankles, my fingers. I tried soccer. I was never good athletic. I'm not fast, no nothing. But I was always good thinking. I think that's what allowed me to excel in the sport more than other people. Because in the majority of the fighters that I fought, you can see my record. They were undefeated. They were faster. They were stronger. They were bigger. But I was always able to come on top, I think. And I know nothing. Based on just thinking, natural thinking. Now, it wasn't even that I was thinking. It just became natural to think of certain things in the ring that nobody does. And that's what I've been teaching. El Gomez Boxing, please follow me if you're a boxer. I constantly shoot out information for free. For free. That will make you better. You know, that will make you change the game. Why do we, one of the last posts I put, it was called Changing the Game from 2080 to 80-20. You know, what does that mean? It means that in regular boxing right now, if you look at people, when they're meeting, they're hitting, and they're sparring, and they're fighting, they're throwing 20% straight punches and 80% curve punches. Right? So we're changing the game. I'm going to do this. I'm going to practice over and over again. Whereas 80% straight punches and only 20% curve punches. What is this going to do? It's going to force your opponent, since you're always right here, it's going to force your opponent to throw longer punches to reach you. He's going to get tired by 3 rounds, 4 rounds, because he's not used to that. Now, when they ask me, how are you going to beat this guy? How are you going to beat this guy? Most of us answer, because I'm faster, because I'm stronger. In the reality, how do you beat someone? You beat him in the gym.
Yeah.
I'm going to practice things over and over again that this guy is not used to. I don't have to run faster. I don't have to hit harder. I don't have to do none of that. All I have to do is do something over and over again, repetition in my gym that I know this guy is not going to figure out, you know?
Let me ask you something.
Yeah.
When did you start being vegan?
About 3-4 years ago.
So how has that been different as far as when you're approaching training before and after?
It's changed my life being vegan, you know? It's because life is more than just doing things. It's understanding the things, right? So being vegan cleared my mind so much that it allowed me to connect to a higher source, which is God. I'm going to call him God. When we eat the things we're not supposed to, you know, it clouds us. We have no connection, and we get taken over emotions. We are puppets of our own emotions. We cannot control them because the higher source is not connected. So once I became vegan, it started to clear my mind, started making me feel better. And I can tell you, being vegan, I have not gotten sick at all. No sickness, no sniffles, no nothing. I do sneeze here and there, but nothing that like, que en la cama y eso, you know. Y puedo ver que mis hijos, porque comen carne, porque están con su mamá, o compró leche o lo que sea, que sí, constantemente están enfermando. Me da como, porque son mis hijos, pero no los puedo forzar y no puedo forzar a la mamá nada. Lo único que puedo hacer es seguir insistiendo, ser un testimonio. When I'm walking around, I'm happy. How are you so happy? Yeah? That's one thing I tell to my dad, because my dad is very, very religious. So it's always like, no, ¿qué haces esto? ¿Qué haces lo otro? Como todos los religiosos, ¿verdad? Like all the religious people.
Your dad's very vocal.
Yeah, no, ¿qué es eso? ¿Qué haces lo otro? Y bla, bla. Y me di cuenta que la mejor forma de cambiar a las personas es que ellos te pregunten, no que tú les digas.
Right.
¿Y cómo te van a preguntar? Pues viviendo tu vida, un ejemplo. Ahora, si todo el mundo está como todo el tiempo enojado, frustrado, preocupado, y este cabrón siempre está feliz, y contento y saludando, va a haber alguien que diga, oye, ¿cómo vergas estás tan feliz todo el tiempo?
No, it's true.
How are you happy all the time? That's when like, thank you for asking. Blah, 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 blah. Now I can tell you, and now you'll listen, and maybe I'll change you. But if oye, tú no comas carne, tú, no me van a mandar la chingada. Y se cierra la puerta, you close the door, at understanding what I'm telling you. So I cannot do that. I know for a fact I cannot do that because it's going to close the door. I don't want to do that. I want to keep it open. So when you ask me,
there's an attempt when you ask the question instead of you giving it to them. Right?
Yeah, I'll be able to deliver it, you know? So when it comes to your question, I became vegan. How does it come? Now, to answer your question about the training, much better. I feel alive.
Yeah.
I feel alive.
Mm-hmm.
And I did a post to, please follow me, El Gomez Boxing. I did another video, you know, when I was in the store, and I was like, amigos, do you feel like you're mad, worried?
Was this
Con
inside the
dolor.
Northgate?
Almost, yeah. It was no, actually, it wasn't in Northgate. It was I was going to San Diego, and I was hungry, and I googled what something like nutritionist, vegan, whatever. So he sent me to this little like mom and pop shop, but era todo natural, like verduras orgánicas, tenía muchas supplements, a lot of stuff, right? That's when I got the ideas. Like, do you feel like you're worried, angry, mad, you know, like you feel just like not good?
Like the Grinch.
It's maybe like the Grinch, maybe because you're consuming
Yeah.
death, basically, right? Now, if you feel alive and vivacious and high-fiving everybody, hey, you know, like being that light, maybe it's because you're consuming life. So at the end of the day, what do you consume? Life or death? There's no in-between. Whoever's telling you there's in-between is lying to you. It's either one or the other one.
Yeah.
Now, if you're consuming life, the result should be that. You should be feeling alive. If you're consuming that. So when it comes to your question, I'm going to resume it.
Right.
How do I feel going to the gym? Buenos días al Señor. That's how I feel. I feel excited and emocionante. So when you have that energy, even though you're tired, you still go.
Yeah.
But if you don't have that energy, even though you're not tired, hasta te da hueva.
That's true.
Right? So, yes, it has helped me a lot.
Yeah, we were talking about this at Denny's after the All-Star Box promotions. Because what were you eating, Chris?
Burger, I think. I'm assuming
Like some chicken.
something on. Yeah.
You know, and I was telling you that was me 2 weeks ago, and I just been changing my whole like diet.
Yeah.
Just like and it changes your whole mindset, like when you go out and training. Being honest.
I'm very proud of you. Yeah, it's awesome. And I hope more people can get it. It changes your outlook on things. It changes your mood. And your mood changes your life. You know, and it's awesome. I'm very proud of you. Very excited. I'm getting chills. I almost want to cry.
I shouldn't have ate those 2 burgers before
real.
coming here.
No, guys. Now, guys.
It's all right. It's all right.
Now, here's
the
the
diet
thing.
starts tomorrow.
Now, here's the thing. It's like the understanding has to be so much that you really know what's happening. Because I do eat meat.
Yeah.
People are going to see me eat meat. Eh, no que
Lying
no,
ass.
puto.
Like
No que no, puto.
Carne de Tijuana.
Right.
Nah, I actually love. I told you guys this last time. I go to Temple Kitchen. I love that place, and I do eat their products. There's the thing, right? We're like a glass of water that is constantly shredding. You know, you guys know you guys constantly falling apart, right? But you at the same time you're regenerating. That's why you're still here. I mean, every time you go to the bathroom, you piss, you sneeze, you sweat. You scratch, every time something, you're always shooting yourself. All the dead cells are coming out because nothing death can live within you. I don't know why you consume it, but anyway. And nothing that is dead can live inside of you because you're a live body. So when the dead cells die, you shoot them out. You know, when you eat and you're done with the nutrients, the thing that's dead, you shoot it out. You know, when you're sick, and you're los mocos, your body's trying to shoot out lo que es la muerte. Lo quiere sacar siempre. So, si estás muriendo todo el tiempo y estás saliendo, ¿cómo sigues aquí? How are you still here? Well, we regenerate with what we eat, you know? So, that means this is the reality. We're like a glass of water that has a faucet constantly running. Se está cayendo, but at the same time se está llenando, right? Una agua limpia. Llega un momento que estás tan limpio que tu agua es pura, limpia. Yo, por ejemplo, me voy a poner de ejemplo. Limpio, vegano, bla, 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 todo chingón. Un día quiero comer carne. Como mi carne. It's like putting coloring drops in my water. It's going to taint it, right? But it's okay. Because as long as I continue eating right the day after or después, eventually the water will be clear again. So it's okay. Don't worry about it. Don't be like, ay, no puedo comer carne. Ay, cómeme. But what happens is that we have this thing going on. We put gotitas en la mañana. Por el tocino, los huevos. Right? En la tarde, los tacos, la carne asada, en la noche. Al día siguiente. So tu agua está tainted all the time, right? So if you tell them, oh, come ensalada, go vegan, people are going to do it. All right. Se está limpiando, pero otra vez, un poquito, una carnecita. So in reality, you never let your water be clear. So when I'm telling you, I do eat meat, guys. Don't get me wrong. No lo rechazo, porque es bien rico. Soy mexicano, soy de Jalisco, huevo. Pinche birria y las tortas ahogadas, las carnitas. Pero ya cuando tienes el entendimiento, once you have the understanding, and you have been vegan for so long, be like, unos taquitos. O voy a una casa, me invitan a casa y hay pura carne. Ay, no, yo no como carne. You're never going to hear me like that.
Alta high.
So, no, ¿qué? Sí. Si hay frijoles y eso, ok. Pero si no hay nada, pues está bien. It's okay. Porque yo entiendo que le eché unas gotitas, pero a los 2-3 días, it's going to be back to normal. So, get that in your head. That's how your body works. That's how our life works. Make sure your water is clear as much as possible so that you spill clearness, which is something I also posted. Follow me at El Gomez Boxing.
In case you forgot.
In case you forgot, you're going to get enlightened. You know, there's one thing, because this hater wrote me some nasty things.
Oh, what do you say?
I saw that.
You saw that. He wrote, I don't know, it's just...
The licenciado or whatever, right?
Licenciado, yeah, que vales madre. He only had 2,000 followers. He was just talking smack, right? And every time I get a hater, this is what I tell him every single time. I really wish in my heart that your life gets so full of love, light, and happiness that the only thing you can spill is love, happiness, and joy. You know, and this is real. I mean, people are just like a clear water. I'm going to go back to that water. The only thing you can spill from this water, if it's clear, is clearness. Yeah. So people that go around talking smack is because they have negativity inside of them, because their water is not clear.
Yeah.
Now, what do we do with those people? The majority of us, there's even a meme of Drake doing that, right? Like, not this, yes, this, right? They draw away from those people. No, bien negativo.
Sí.
No, siempre está criticando.
Bien amargado.
Bien amargado. Entonces uno se aleja de esas personas. Y no nomás se aleja, si te acercas a ellos, es una confrontación. He talks bad about you. Nah, pinche zapato, pinche madre, pinche pendejo. What you gonna do? No, pues chinga la tuya. It's back and forth, right?
Ese cinturón es interim, ¿verdad, bro?
Yeah. Back and forth. So, those people, my friend, do not go away from those people. Actually, those people are the ones that need more embracement. They need more light because they're so dark.
They need a hug.
They're looking for the light. They don't know how to search for it. You know, so rather than going away from those people, those are the people that need most of our help. You know, embrace them, tell them, fill them with love, so that the negativity se empieza a salir. ¿Sabes qué? No va a funcionar al principio. No va a funcionar la segunda. Maybe it's going to take some time, but your persistence is going to win. Love always wins. I don't care who you are. You cannot deny this. Love always wins. You know, so that's the way you defeat hate, with love.
Good word. Man.
You know, just going back to the food thing, I forgot where I heard this. They're talking about the most natural food expires quicker, right? You see all the processed food and all the stuff with sugar on the aisles, all the cereal and all that stuff. That stuff, if you look at the expiration date, can last for a year sometimes, right? So think about it. Not even bacteria wants to eat that stuff. That's how bad it is.
Not even bacteria wants to eat it. That's true.
That's how bad it is.
Yeah, I mean, things are getting modified. Generically. My English is not very good. Constantly, because they're trying to last longer, more money. You know, the corporations want that. So, yeah, in a way, I'm kind of in the system right now because my dream is to be outside of it, you know. I want to get my land in Puerto Vallarta, fuera de todas esas cosas, grow my own stuff and eat out of my land. You know, that's pretty much what I want to do. That's my dream. What's your dream, Gomez? My dream is to have my land in Puerto Vallarta where I grow my own stuff. Yeah. I don't depend on no one. Nobody. Ahorita todo el mundo sí depende de algo, ¿verdad? Y todos estamos dependiendo de algo. Y yo quiero llegar a un momento que no dependo de nada, más que de mi propio conocimiento. That's it.
Okay, so Gomez, ahorita you're 38, 39.
He forgot.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he forgot.
Somewhere around there.
Somewhere around there.
With
37. Let's say 37.
Yeah.
with innovations, with the way you're eating, you say you feel very good. You know, we have Pacquiao who's coming into the ring. He's in his early 40s. He says that he feels great. He says that he's ready. Like you said, you're doing a comeback. Other than food, other than what else have you been doing to just to be ready?
Just being positive. A lot of people, because I didn't realize how hard it was to be positive. You know, because a lot of people write me, "How are you so positive?" Like, well, I just am. You know, I try and I tell them I try because last night I did follow me at El Gomez Boxing because you're gonna get enlightened. Yesterday I did something else. I'm constantly doing stuff like this, and I said, it's hard to be positive. I didn't know it was hard, but now I know it's hard. Just as it is hard to wake up in the morning and run. It's very hard. But if you do it, if you practice, eventually it'll be like nothing.
Comes a habit, right?
Becomes a habit. Now for me it's very easy. Anybody can say anything to me, be like, okay. And that's it. And people cannot do that. If somebody says talk shit, you want to talk shit back to them. You know, for me it's very easy to do that. Because
No, it's funny that you mentioned that because I think when you talk about positivity, I think about it like you have to attach it to a component like something material. And then when I think about fighters like Manny Pacquiao, Triple G, and Anthony Joshua, like there's a component of happiness and being happy. And I think that's something that you have, like those boxers, like to a lot of people that might rub a lot of people because maybe that act is not actually true. Like how can you be happy in a sport such as boxing, right? And I think that's something that I looked at with Triple G this past fight. Like, we seen him always happy, but it's a different type of natural state where you just don't give a fuck what other people have to say. Even if they bring you negative energy, you reciprocate. In this case, what? Like, happiness, right?
Well, the thing is this, that happiness is a choice. We are the only beings in this whole system. You know, we're all made of everything. First of all, you know, this is made of the same thing. This and that, animals, they're all made of the same thing. Yet we're the only beings that have something that God gave us called free will. No, nobody else has it. No animals, no bees, no the stars. Nothing has that. Everything's just going on. Animals go on emotions. They fear, they go away. If they're hungry, they eat. You know, it's just mechanical. We're the only ones that don't have that. We have a choice. I understood that one of the keys to happiness, you know, is understanding and believing, really believing. And when I say believing, it's like the life you live, right? That you have no control over anything that happens outside of you. Nothing. Zero. You can force somebody to do something, but at the end of the day, you have no control.
Yeah, I think
Because
Sim said that too, huh?
right?
I think
The only control we have is how we perceive the world outside of us. That's the only choice we
how
have.
you react to it, right?
So I always suggest perceive it in the positive way, because God is tan justo. The system is so perfect that for every negative thing that you see, He gives you the equivalent of positive. It's a balance. Yet we fail to see it all the time. We always focus on this side. So now you know when this guy's talking smack, you know, right there you have the free will to be like, nah, I'm gonna go this way. I'm gonna see the positive. You have the free will, but unfortunately, the majority of us humans, we don't understand we have that power, and we become puppets of our own emotions. We become puppets of you. If you talk smack to me and you're able to control my emotions, how puppet am I? How weak am I? Right? Now, this is what I told my nephew who trains with me. What happened? Oh, yeah. Some guy started talking smack as I was driving slow. He was beeping, you know?
Písale.
You know, just do my own thing. And he stopped right next to me, right? He's like, hey, flip me off. Pendejo, mané, whatever. And my nephew's like, dude, uncle, kick his ass. Luego, cabrón. Diga, mijo, te voy a
Do
enseñar.
that one thing you taught me. Hello,
Hello, verga. El gancho al hígado, you know?
80%, remember?
Yeah. It's like, no, 80-10. 80-10. That's cool. And then he's like, and I told him, Lijo, let me tell you something right now. This guy, I told him, imagine the power that I have. You know, I'm very powerful. You don't see it. that I changed the future. You know? He doesn't have that power, and other people don't. People are just, fuck you, el otro, pues chingada tuya. Yeah, y se dan a madrazos. And it happened the other day. Some guy hit some guy y se murió.
Yeah.
Some MMA fighter. I can't remember. I don't even remember who it was que le pegó. Oh, some rapper. I can't remember que le
It
pegó.
happened in Mexico too. I think an actor hit like an older man.
An older man y se murió el señor. Anyway, these people, they don't have control. They don't have power because life is written for them. Actually, the other guy wrote my life. And then I wrote his life, like, como pendejo. Like, ahorita, I just wrote history. I could have done that, right? And then history would have been written for me. But no, mijo, I have the power to create his future and to create mine. Look, ya se fue él, me fui yo. Le dije, I just created a new future. You didn't realize it. I did. And he started to think. So now, we all have that power to create futures, homie. Dude, understand this power that you have. You can decide whether, okay, I'm going to create this future. Panga tu madre, güey. I'm going to create this future. Perdona.
Para el recuerdito, ¿eh?
Tranquilo. You have that power. People don't know they have that power,
It could change
and
the
they don't
trajectory,
utilize it. They think power is getting money. Oh, I'm very powerful because I got money. Oh, yeah? So if I take all your money and I burn it, are you going to get mad? Yeah. You have no power, sir. You're controlled by emotions. You have no power. But if I burn all your money, you're like, it's okay. I want to get it back, boy. You know? You can choose whatever. That's powerful right there. El Gomez boxing, baby.
I think that's happened to. I'm pretty sure we've gone through that. Where let's use that same example where someone's driving slow and you're on the other end saying like, "What the fuck? Hurry up! Hurry the fuck up!" And then you drive by them and you look at them and then they kind of apologize and you're just like, "Oh shit!" Like you don't even feel angry anymore, right? You're like, "Shit, that was my mistake, right?" Like I didn't even have to be angry at the person for driving slow. Kind of changes your.
Somehow. Love always wins.
Yeah, that's true. No,
Sure, love always wins.
Like,
and
like,
go ahead. No, you go ahead.
no, like I was gonna just add to that. Usually, like on the road, if someone does something stupid, for the most part, I'm like they're probably having a stressful day.
Yeah.
And I usually just let them, go.
Yeah.
I have a couple friends that they just like, nah, they cut me off. Like I'm gonna tell them something, and I'm like, it's okay while you're there, bro. Like, he's like, it makes me feel good.
But
I've only used my honk like 3 times, maybe the whole time I've been driving. I never honk
what's
at
funny,
people
Alfonso?
regardless.
On Saturday, remember I was talking about sometimes I'm at the beach just meditating, watching the waves.
Yeah. So
I'm like, and then I tell my, talking, I'm like, man, I bet you somewhere out there in the 405 freeway, someone's yelling, because of the traffic and being pissed off. So this is what reminds me right here.
Yeah.
I was like, I was the one in traffic.
you
I
were
just wasn't
stuck in traffic. Meanwhile, I'm at the beach relaxing.
Yeah.
There you go. So now that you see that, that I told you this, next time you see somebody like, be like, pobre, he has no control. You see it.
That's true.
See it like, dude, this guy has no control. And look, and then tell him how he can have control. Because now you have the knowledge, you have to spread it.
Yeah.
You can't keep it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Good
because
stuff,
if you
man.
reply to someone in a positive manner, they see that too.
Yeah.
They
You know,
change,
it can
No.
flip their switch.
Yeah.
And like he says, it gets people, your positivity gets them irritated. So if they're flipping you
That's
off.
true.
Yeah.
So if they're flipping you off
true.
and you're like, sorry, and they get more mad at the fact that you're not mad,
Yeah. That's something wrong with them. Yeah.
Very wrong. Very wrong. Very wrong. So those people are the ones that need most love because they're really, really bad. More. Pero, unfortunately, I say it again, we run away from those people. We tend to leave them alone in their own little world, and that's not fair. They need help, man.
And just say fuck them, huh? And that's it.
No, they need help. No.
Yeah.
We usually say fuck
Yeah,
them.
yeah.
Fuck them. Like, no, man, they need most help than anybody. Ay, sí. Te vas a juntar con el chido, con el que no ocupa ayuda. Oh, you cool, yay. Todo el mundo feliz. Y ahí el otro. No, invántelo.
What is
cabrones.
it? Thugs need hugs. Yeah.
Yeah, thugs need hugs. I like that.
Thugs get lonely
I like
too.
that one.
Let me ask you this: how do you think Alfonso Gomez would have responded, let's say 20 years ago, if there was Instagram and Twitter and people were talking shit? You're not shit, Alfonso. You suck. Blah blah blah. You're gonna lose. How do you think you would have responded back then?
Well, it's like everyone else, talking back or blocking them, deleting them. Googling them, finding out what their address is, and
Yo,
going from there.
shit. Let me edit that part out.
Going back from there. Man, it sucks that there was no social media when I was imagine in the Contender 1 with social media. Fuck.
You think about that a lot, huh?
No, actually, no. I just thought about it right now. But yeah, I mean, I just like clicked in my head, like
the little
fuck.
clips of you and family would have been like, oh, damn,
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah, little shit like that. That was badass.
You think a lot more doors would have opened? Probably, huh? With that stuff at your reach.
Yeah, but I don't think I still, even though the doors would have opened, I don't think I had the knowledge or the capability of really embracing these opportunities, because I got a lot of opportunities after the Contender. There was no social media back then. There was other ways of doing it. You know, people would approach me, this and that. I just didn't know how to utilize that.
Yeah.
You know,
And you
Nobody
see it right
ever
now
taught
too,
me.
huh? Like a lot of boxers don't usually utilize. They don't
They
actually use it right now. They don't know how to use it right now.
Oh, yeah.
It's like it's there, but they don't know how to use it.
Something that I've noticed that boxers don't know how to use social media is in the, I mean, back in the day there was like a unspoken rule where you don't film sparring. I guess that stays in the gym, right?
Yeah.
And you see a lot of
I've
fighters.
seen a lot of
uh,
sparring clips. They still
yeah.
get out.
Yeah, you see a, like
from
a-
back then.
Yeah. Oh, from back then. Yeah. Well, now more so, because it seems like they need to show something or prove something, and by showing a knockout or knockdowns, like they'll push their followers or their numbers up, and I feel like that's something that kind of como choca with the old school way of thinking that you don't put any of that.
Yeah, there's a
Yeah.
lot of old school ways thinking, but man, we're in the now. And like I said, I'll say it again, you're either in it or you're not. There's no in between. You know, you are either holding on to something that doesn't exist, and I applaud those people because they preserve the old times, or you're gonna be part of it, the future. You choose. I'm choosing to be part of the over here. Trust me. I feel like before, if I would have said I'm an influencer, I would have been embarrassed about it. You know, but because I know where that's going, an influencer is going to be more power. It's going to be a celebrity in a few years. They're already celebrities. Influencers are already celebrities, but in the future they're going to be solidified celebrities. Like boom, if you're not on Instagram in the top whatever, you're nobody. You know, and right now there's I shouldn't
So
say
influencers like the molding of a celebrity and a social media expert in a way, right? It's like
the social influencers. I mean, you got a lot of them online, and they're blowing up. I mean, shit. You got Justin Bieber calling out Tom Cruise, and right there, Paul Logan's like, "Hey, some influencer, me," you know. And then McGregor's like, "Nah, dude, I'll get all of you." So this, man, it's so beautiful. You have the you can do anything.
What did he call him out on?
I don't know what to say. Hey, Tom Cruise. Like
Yeah.
Justin Bieber tweeted, Tom Cruise, if you're man enough, you're gonna fight me.
Oh,
Let's
to
do
fight?
this. Yeah, on the octagon, and
shit.
he tagged Dana White. Yeah, and then I guess who else responded? Like people started responding to this thing, you know. But that gives what I'm going for is like Paul Logan, who's a guy who used to do like splits. He used to raise his hands up. That's all he did. He would do splits and raise his hands up. Everywhere he would, China, to the China Wall, New York, everywhere. People normally, he would do the splits. And I do that because this is the way the sound came. All that time. He became very famous like that, right?
Yeah.
Then he did his album. He's a big-time influencer. That shit went viral. Went viral. Then he started doing his music. Boom, selling albums. This guy, doing the splits. Güerito. And then there's other influencer, I guess, from Europe or whatever, KSI.
Yes.
Right? And now they want to fight each other.
I think they
because
fought, right?
they
Yeah.
fought. They
They
did.
did.
But
Oh,
the
yeah?
thing is this, that these two guys who never in their life dream
Yeah.
of being champions or arenas or nothing. Yeah, you got boxers spending their life doing it, right?
And it was in pay-per-view too.
Yeah.
I think they had
These
Michael
two
Buffer.
guys,
Yeah.
Michael.
Wow.
These guys did something that millions of boxers
Yeah.
wish they did. Only
Yeah.
because
Oh,
of this, baby. So please embrace the new technology. Embrace the new Google search how to be an influencer. If you're a boxer, do not be shy about it. I mean, go for it. Go for it. Do not. I'm here doing it, you know. And I fought the best fighters in the world. I was in the top 10. Fought the two best fighters in boxing history, Canelo and Cotto. These are like pound for pound
Yeah.
fighters, retired 2 legends, Castillo. So for me, I'm gonna come down. I'm not coming down, but in the mental, I'm coming down to be a boxing influencer on YouTube. I'm coming down, but I'm coming up in reality, right?
Yeah.
So you guys can see that if this guy that did all this is willing to do this, then you guys can do it too.
Mm-hmm.
You know, why not?
Yeah.
Get your money, get your word, get your brand. What's your name?
Mm-hmm.
Chris the boxing killer. Chris the boxing killer. Chris, and just go for it. Make your shirts.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
Teespring, you don't need money. Teespring.com. You don't need money.
Mm.
You don't need money. All you do is upload your design or whatever, sell it, they'll ship it for you, and they'll give you your money.
Nice.
Yeah. I gotta
No money.
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
Get on it.
Yeah, man, boxers, get on it, please, you know?
Write that down.
Don't let the teenagers take over what's yours,
Yeah.
you know? Yeah, definitely. Cool.
Yeah, you mentioned the Cotto fight. I don't know why, but I watched it recently, like last week, you against Cotto. We're not gonna go into details, but
Man, that guy kicked my ass. He's the only fighter that I believe that I just couldn't handle that night. I mean, I have a million excuses which I'm not gonna use because I fought sick in other occasions.
fuck it, use them.
No. Well, the thing is that I broke my hand before his fight. I fought Ben Taki the fight before him.
Mm-hmm.
I fought him in October, and I broke it. Yeah, right, broke it. They even had to put cortisone and some kind of numbing thing on my finger in the locker room so they can bend my finger and put my glove in because my finger was like this. It was scar tissue a lot. Anyway, so I didn't prepare properly for that fight with one fucking hand.
So why still
Yeah,
fight? You just
because
Like
the
the
money,
check.
have $1 million.
you want the
Check.
opportunity, right?
Yeah, opportunity could happen. I mean,
That
shit.
was $1 million.
Have $1 million.
When is it gonna happen
Half
again?
a
You
million.
know?
What?
No, I'm talking about like when is that other chance? When is that chance gonna happen? you
Yeah,
know?
yeah.
because
And the thing is this: it's also a stigma if you say no to a championship.
Right.
Oh, yeah. They won't.
All the way back
get in the
down.
back of the line.
All
Huh?
back down to the line, homie. Yeah, you cannot say
I'm
no to things
going
like
down.
that.
Yeah, because they
Yeah.
were talking about after the fight, how a lot of people wanted Cotto and Mayweather to fight because they were on their top rank, I believe, at the time.
Mm-hmm.
But supposedly Mayweather didn't want it, and Cotto ended up fighting Margarito the next fight.
Mm-hmm.
So that was that time frame.
Yeah,
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 just to
like
let people
2007,
know.
2008. Yeah.
I did something to Cotto to, that he got with Margarito, or Margarito did something.
Do you? I'll ask the question.
Here
Do you
we
think-
go.
Do you think Margarito had used
Yes.
previous? Yeah.
Yeah.
No hesitation.
No.
Hesitation.
Let me tell you why. I mean, I don't know the insights,
Mhm.
But
but as a
But I hit Cotto pretty
But
hard, and he didn't go down.
but personally, I've sparred many people.
Uh-huh.
I mean, growing up as an amateur, I would spar a lot of people. And one time I sparred against this guy in LA boxing when it was in Washington. LA boxing on top.
Mm-hmm.
This one guy named Margarito.
Ooh.
He broke my nose in sparring.
What?
Damn.
Shit.
No, but I have never been hit so hard in my life.
damn,
So even in sparring, you think he was using that shit?
damn,
You felt
Daniel.
it? You felt something?
I mean, I told my dad, like, fuck, like, I've never been hit so hard in my life. I told him, like, and I fucking sparred that. Oh yeah, I mean, I sparred the best, like a lot of people.
Damn.
So now that we go back, like, dude, he was probably using them all his life. His training, his fights. The thing is that these things son vendas que ponen, like little
Yeah.
pads,
Mhm.
but rather than, because we're so poor,
Yeah.
somos pobres, no vamos a comprar vendas todos los días, usamos la misma.
Oh,
Se hace un
okay.
yeso esa madre, se
Yeah.
seca, pum, se moja, se seca, hace un yeso.
Sí, sí.
Like a yeso. So they could probably got used to it. I mean, now, did he use like con yeso? I don't think so. I think he was using the same pads that he always used, que ya eran como yeso. Y sí, pum, pinches madrazos dolían.
Mhm.
So, si me estás diciendo que lo hizo adrede, yo pienso que sí.
Mhm.
Nadie, no nomás de repente nadie sabe.
Yeah.
Nadie nunca le dijo que no, huh? Before that.
No, nadie,
So-
Yeah.
no es de que, no es
You
de
are
que,
telling
no-
the truth.
porque tú estás mirando, no, porque tú miras cuando te vendan, tú sientes, yo mismo hasta le digo, a mi papá cuando me está vendando, no tan arriba, because the commission says no knuckles,
Yeah.
right? Ahí
Ah,
lo
okay.
pone. So I myself, I'm looking at my rap and like, yeah. Y todos los días me venda, so I know how it feels, right? So yeah, I mean, I'll be saying the truth. I think he did.
Mhm.
Maybe he didn't, but I think he did. Don't take my word for it. Just take my experience. I've never been hit so hard in my life in sparring, and I've sparred the best fighters in the world. Vargas, fucking Mosley, De La Hoya, Vasquez, like a whole bunch of them. And this guy broke my nose in sparring. Like,
That's crazy. Of all those that you sparred, what was... I'm assuming you learned a little bit of everything. Can you tell us a little bit about what you learned maybe from Mosley, from De La Hoya, from Vargas?
you know, Mosley, De La Hoya, and Vargas, those guys don't go hard in the sparring. They practice stuff.
Mm-hmm.
It seems like everybody like wants to prove something in the sparring. You know, and these guys already have the aura. They don't have to prove anything. They just gotta work. That's what I realized with champions. Like, dude, these guys don't kill themselves in the gym. Agarran 3-4 sparrings, se la llevan tranquilos. Because I will remember Oscar De La Hoya, like, no entrena tan fuerte, pa. Because in my mind, training hard was killing yourself in the sparring, killing yourself in the ring. Terminar así. That's the way I was brought up.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I learned that they actually take it more professionally, take care of their bodies. They're trying not to get hurt. Mm-hmm. And they have the business aspect of it because they have so many business people around them, protecting them now like a businessman, right?
Mm-hmm.
But todos los otros boxeadores, we don't know it's a business. Tú dale, cabrón. No, it's un negocio, ¿verdad? So these things, the boxers should know that we're a business. From the moment you have decided to be a boxer, start your business. What does that mean? 1, brand yourself. 2, incorporate yourself. 3, call yourself the CEO and act like the CEO. 4, get your little executive team to be your mom, your dad, whatever it is. But each one has their roles. And start. Take a business class. I don't know. Take one business. I mean, these are things that will help you. Take a business class. You know, you don't have to be a business master, but start getting there.
Yeah.
And start working your brand. Start being self-sufficient. And, you know, don't depend so much on everybody else.
Invest in yourself.
Invest in yourself.
I think I told Chris one time, I'm like, dude, you're a walking ad, right?
Yeah.
Like you're advertising Nike right now, whether you know it or not, right? And they're not paying you,
Yeah.
are they?
Yeah.
You're paying them, right?
Yeah.
You paid for those shoes,
Right.
right? So that's why I started making these shirts, right? You're wearing one too. Hey, shout out. Because really, we're promoting all these other brands, and we're not getting paid.
Yeah.
We have to pay a shitload of money for. Let's say those shoes cost $3 to make. You pay $100 for them, right?
And they don't pay you money. It's true.
Mm-hmm.
We're walking billboards for all the big brands. That's right. I didn't think about it.
Yeah.
El Gomez Boxing.
That was against the ropes. Right? Don't claim that. But
do
you
you
know
guys
what?
have personal Instagrams? Or you just,
We do.
Yeah.
And we need to start branding.
Yeah.
Personal Instagram? Yeah.
What is this?
I wasn't too big on it before
Yeah.
because I just kept that stuff kind of private.
Yeah. Same.
But yeah. They
What
know
is it?
They know what it is.
I don't.
You should know. I messaged you the other day.
Oh yeah, Gio, you
Yeah.
did. There you go. I got
Okay,
his
no.
Instagram. Sí, ya me acordé.
I'll put in the link.
Tú
Yeah.
no me has
I'm gonna start
mandado
doing that.
mensaje y tú tampoco.
I don't have one.
I'm gonna
Oh,
start.
he doesn't have one.
Oh.
I
I'm
guess
gonna start doing that. I'm gonna link up our
Yeah.
personal Instagrams.
there you
People
go.
want to follow us. I probably won't accept you guys, but hey.
Wow.
You know what? I wanted to talk about, you're making a comeback. There's one fighter who made a comeback. He's around your age recently, Zab Judah. Did you hear about that this past weekend?
He went to the hospital.
Yeah, after his fight. So he was stopped, I believe, 10th or 11th round.
11th.
The fight was on pay-per-view, like Fight Pay-Per-View or something. I don't know, some small network. But the full fight is on YouTube from a fan video. So you guys can catch that. I think he had some bleeding in his brain and he was in the hospital for a few days. But it seems like he's recovering. And there was another one as well.
El Gallito.
Gallito, sí.
Felipe Orocuta, El Gallito, the same. He's 33 years old. He had a record of 36-6, and he was knocked out too, and he was in a coma. Right.
It's a very dangerous sport. Gotta take it very seriously. Very, very seriously.
And that's why you can't blame boxers for trying to get as much as they want in boxing.
Mm-hmm.
You can't blame them.
Yeah.
You can't overpay a boxer.
Yeah, I think that's what Teddy said. He'll never say a fighter's overpaid.
Yeah,
Like, you
'cause
gotta
of
take as
stories
much
like
as
that.
you can while you're in the
So
game.
now that we're talking about Zab Judah and Gallito Urukuta, all you followers that spend hours on your Instagram criticizing people, or you spend hours on your social media, can you take 10 seconds right now and send a message, hashtag Gallito Orukuta, hashtag Zab Judah, and say, I hope you guys get well. I wish you the best. And, you know, come back to your families and enjoy your life. It takes 10 seconds, guys. Go. Now, after hearing this, you still spend hours and don't do it, what kind of person are you? Just saying.
Yeah, all I heard was about Triple G that weekend, right? I didn't hear anything about Judah or.
That's
Gallito.
and that's the way the world is. You know, we cannot do nothing about it. All we can do is like still
Spread awareness.
Spread
Yep.
awareness. Hey, send a message to this dude. Let him feel the energy, because ultimately energy sometimes is what gets them up.
Right.
You know, prayer. I mean, you got moms lifting cars because there's energy within us that's unprecedented. It's just powerful. So send those messages, send those vibes, and they will get better.
Yeah, that's true, because a lot of times we don't express this, right? Like, we can just think about it like, damn, that sucks that happened to Judah, or sucks that happened to El Gallito, but we don't necessarily talk about it, or like you said, tweet about it.
It's
or
right
send
there.
a message.
All it takes is, I hope you get better. You don't even have to have their Instagram. I hope you get better. Hashtag Gallito Estrada. He might never read the message, but it's not about that. It's just that it's the energy. The energy you're shooting out. More energy, more positiveness. Yeah.
Yeah, that also makes me think about the ringside commentary that we did, or that we do, because sometimes we see a lot of blood, bad cuts, you know, people getting knocked out badly, you know, but that's one of the things I do think about is, you know, from beginning to the end of the show, if everybody makes it out, you know, well, then it's a good thing, right? Because nobody wants to see anybody get hurt.
Ultimately, coming out of that ring healthy and just is the best. Unfortunately, like it happened with these two fighters, it doesn't always happen like that, you know. So even more love we should give. More. Yeah, I mean, it's just hard. It's a hard sport and it sucks.
Yeah, like you see guys with 13 losses, right? 17 losses, but, you know, they lose a fight, but guess what? They're still healthy enough to continue on fighting, right? Like, a lot of people criticize, like, look at that guy. Why is he fighting for it? You know what I'm saying? But you know what? I think the important thing is that they walk out of the ring healthy, you know, because not a lot of people get to do that, like the two examples that we just gave.
Well, it is a very tough sport. And those people that have a lot of losses, it makes you wonder, like, if they take it seriously, if they're there for a paycheck. And those people might be the ones that actually get hurt, you know, more. But, you know, it happens to everybody. The small ones, the little ones. Zab Judah is a big name, you know, so it can happen to everyone.
It's funny because, like, even, like, boxing, like, over the past years has been growing, like, rapidly a lot, finally on mainstream TV. But even though there's checks coming in for these type of boxers that have been fighting for so many years, you're still going to be, even as a child and even as a parent, yeah, the money is there, the sport is growing, but you'll have that side of the story that people are not going to even go ahead and lace those gloves for the first time, because the idea of dying is more bigger than going to football and soccer and basketball. It's like, that's that.
Yeah. We're all going to die.
Yep.
So don't be afraid of dying.
That's the
The
truth.
question is,
Just choose
how
you
are
wanna
we going to die?
Right?
And for what are we going to die? You know, that's the only choice we have, but we're all going to die.
Yeah.
Because my daughter tells me, she's 10 and my son, they're little. I guess they're getting the idea of death in their getting like, oh shit, you're gonna die, daddy?
It's gonna happen.
What happens if you die? Yeah, mija, we're all gonna die. Do not ever worry about that. There's nothing ever to worry about.
Let me ask you this: after a fight, what do you do? Because, you know, people just focus on maybe the training sometimes or the fight itself, but after you fight, like, nobody cares, right? Nobody.
I party.
Oh yeah, you partied?
Yeah,
That's
I
what you did?
party.
What was the first thing you did, like, after leaving the arena? You just straight to the party?
The first thing I do after leaving the arena, shower, try to see what's going on. We go eat. Obviously, we'll all go eat, celebrate in family. Yeah, that's what we do. We go to the locker rooms, get dressed up, go eat dinner, everybody. And after that, los viejitos a su cuarto. A dormir.
You don't have, like,
Dulce?
you don't have any, like,
Hola amigos, soy Juan Francisco Gallo Estrada. Quiero mandar un saludo para mis amigos de Contra las Cuerdas. Échenle muchas ganas, un abrazo, muchas bendiciones. Shout out to Against the Ropes. Thank you for the support. Keep doing your thing. You're doing a great job. So thank you and best wishes.
Against the Ropes. Huge shout out to Against the Ropes. Against the Ropes.
Shout out to Against the Ropes. Thank you guys for the interview, and hope to see you guys soon.
Against the Ropes, always doing the right thing.
Shout out to Against the Ropes, man. I appreciate you guys for having me, taking the time out y'all day.
Against the Ropes, #1.
Freddie Roach.
Thank you very much.